What is up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerdcastle for the next episode of Dead State, where we will be working our way through the hospital, I think, for another episode. You'll have to forgive the frame rate issues. It's just like part of being inside this complex, but we're full up right now. There's really no point in us being right here, so I'm figuring we're just gonna like leave. I think there was an exit over here. Like the fastest way to an exit? Yeah, I think we can swoop out the side right here. And then I don't know where the blue zone is around here, but I guess if we... Oh, I don't know. Go like over here. Oh, wow, there's a bunch of dudes over here. Holy shit. Oh, that's not good. So let's like maybe not get shot at for right now. That seems pretty awesome. There's someone over there. I guess these are the military guys. I don't know. This seems like it might be them. He's got no armor on, so he might be simple to deal with. I'm not really sure. I see maybe 2 or 3 that we're going to have to deal with. And I don't know. I have no idea. Oh, that one's got a AR-15 or like a... What is that right there? It looks kind of weird. Yeah, it looks like a maybe an AR-15 or something. I don't know. We'll take a look at it in just a second. I can't zoom in close enough to get a good eye on it. It looks like it's got that... It looks like it's got that M16 build. You might notice that I'm kind of tired right now. It's because, like, just dealing with stuff. Dealing with real-life stuff that I don't want to bring into the channel, but... Frankly, you'll forgive me, it's just me just kind of being like a drag ass right now. So anyways, in today's episode, my hope, well, we better hope that Bowie knives go through combat vests, because this is not going to go so great for us if they don't. I'm going to try and line up over here with a katana. I mean, if we can't get through the armor, we can't get through the armor, though, and that's going to be that. I'm hoping, oh, that guy's got like an MP5. Okay, so that's going to be an enjoyable experience. Oh, that dude's bit? Oh, man, that's unfortunate. Wait, what? How did this dude get back up? Did he recover? I don't think I've ever seen... Get back down. I don't think I've seen that happen before. I'm just gonna keep shooting this dude. Like, he took 4 shotgun shells. Either way, he took 4 12 gauges before he went down. This guy like the Terminator? Oof. Okay, so that was stingy. That was both stingy and unfortunate. I don't think guns are really gonna help right here either. Like, I'm looking at that vest right now, and it looks like he's got some kind of real, like, trauma flak vest thing that might be problematic. I don't know. We'll have to get through. I think we're going to have to go after it, yeah. In order to get this guy, I think we're going to have to go after it with, like, other weapons that are more, well, better tuned anyways for dealing damage against armor. We might not make it out the back end on this one. Yeah, his armor isn't, like... Yeah, the armor isn't... Oh, that's a female. The armor is not holding up at all for her to our melee weapons, so I think we just gotta, like, hang tight. And I think by the end of this, our characters should be able to handle their business. Maybe. We might die, though. It seems like a distinct possibility right about now. It seems like we might have some very, very real problems to deal with. That guy's got... all kinds of DACA. I'm actually just gonna have people run away and get behind people. Like, anybody that doesn't have a vest needs to be behind, like, somebody who does have a vest. 61 damage through armor? Oh my god. Through a bullet vest? Really? Okay, so this dude's gotta go, like, right now. This is like one of those done deal things where we can't hang out here anymore. Oh, good, they're knocked down. I mean, it didn't do any damage, but hell. I mean, if you can knock somebody down, you knock somebody down. That's pretty good. There we go. Keep dealing that damage. You get like automatic like mini crits or something like that if they're on the ground. So you see how we did 17 damage right there, even though the armor should have resisted a lot of it. You get like an automatic mini crit or something if they're laying on the ground. Now I've just got to kind of hope that, oh good. I think he just got lucky with that MP5 or something. Let's see if we can finish this dude now that he's down. Or this lady. This madame. Come on. That was 132 damage we just dealt right there. And it still didn't go down. Like, that's wild. That's really, really wild. I don't know why I just changed her from, like, her into an it. I think it's because the second it becomes a corpse, I just stop, like... I stop dealing with... I don't know. I just stop dealing with the sexual designations that otherwise, like, in real life, you have to deal with. I guess it's, like, one of those things. Like, just people do it. Whether it's, like, right or wrong or whatever. I don't know. It's weird. I don't want to talk about this. I'm confused now. I'm all confused and I don't know what I'm talking about, so I find that the best situation when I'm confused and I don't know WTF I'm talking about, I should just stop. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's smack this lady in the face with a sword as much as we can, because it seems to be the only thing that's really affecting her in this situation. Actually, this is like an all-female force except for this guy right here. This guy got blazed early, though. I really hope there's not more people coming. Like, if we can't handle more people. That is something that we are not prepared for. I have nobody with anything ready to go aside from Okay, so there's the stab wound out right there. Luckily, the motorcycle... Oh, no, she's got the reinforced leather armor. It's unfortunate because I was working on reinforced leather armor because I was hoping we could get it in, like, everybody into it. Unfortunately, like, it looks like it's going to be a waste of time if we're able to loot a bunch of, like, top-tier armor off these military guys. I think that I'll leave just about anything on the ground to bring this armor along. I mean, I'll dump some stuff in a car over there, and that'll be that. I think she's out right here. This should be it, I hope. There we go. Okay, so character down, and there's the execution right there. So we should be in decent shape now. Let me find a car that I can ditch some of this stuff in. Are none of these cars accessible? Can I leave the map through any location over here? There's no blue zone over here, so that's fine. We can still go, like, out that way. I'm willing to bet, though, that if there's military guys right here, there'll be military guys out in the front, too. And that's what I'm slightly concerned about. There's gas in here. I'm actually going to throw that over there. It's going to be 30 pounds. We don't need the weights anyways because they're only useful for creating the gym. And we've already got the stuff that we need for that. We found a bunch of deodorant. That actually pretty much got rid of a lot of his weight. I'm guessing that a number of his weight allotment is being used up by just armor. So anyways, did I check all these? Or are these like... What's this guy got? This guy's got a combat machete. Dog tags. I don't know what you do. We probably shouldn't keep those on hand. That seems like at this point, that seems like if the military rolls out on our shelter and they find us in possession of like 35 dog tags, it's not going to be good for us. It's going to be a real bad day out on the farm. So there's the tactical vest. That thing right there, slash ballistic 40%. Woo! That's the stuff, right? And a combat helmet. We're going to be running. Yes, put that in your inventory right now. I demand that you put this in your inventory. I will leave everything in this car right now because we need armor. Like, that is... We need it. We need it very, very badly. I'm still thinking the motorcycle armor is probably better if we're doing a zombie-related mission where we're only dealing with Zeds. However, actually, before somebody else shows up, too, I should completely and totally, like, get everybody all medicated. So let's go with Paul real fast. We'll get his health up at least a little bit. Vic's not looking so great either. Actually, he held together better than I thought he would. That's weird how much health he got back. Usually, the diminishing returns on healing, it cuts down your HP a little bit quicker than you'd like. But it seems like they did okay right there. Let's take everything that's on, like, everybody here. And if it's not, like, vital, like, if we don't have to have it right this second, that 5.56 will be useful, though. If we don't have to have it right this second, it's going in this car. And we're going to bring back as much armor and as many goodies with us as we can. Asthma medication. Don't need it yet. Throw that in there. That's going to clear up some space. There's 102 pounds in the car. That means we won't be able to auto-loot it the way that we want to. But seriously, if there's more military guys here, we're going to be stoked if we put on this armor before we go much further. It's a good idea. It's a really, really good idea. Okay, so let's throw this on. Yeah, this has way better bludgeoning resist. So if we're up against, like, normal... I suppose if we were going into a fight against more of those, like, Predator guys, I would probably want this armor because they didn't have that many guns. What they had was a lot of blunt weapons and things that were, like, a major problem. However, if we're fighting the military, this is the stuff that we want right here, for sure. Alright, so we got that on. It leaves the legs, like, seriously unguarded, though. I'm a little bit worried. I like my legs. I like them. I really do. I like my walking sticks. I enjoy the fact that they are undamaged and on my body. I'm going to leave this over here. And who else has room? Vic, who is my other? She's my other front room, or my front line lady. There we go. I know I can make it alliterative eventually. My front line lady. That seems like, I don't know, one of those songs that just like wouldn't get made. Somebody would veto that one in the studio. Like you'd get like, you get like 10% of the way through writing the song, and the producer, I feel like he'd just stop you right there and be like, I'm feeling like this might be a limited audience that we're selling this to, and really... What we're going for right now is we're kind of going for marketability. That's what we want. That helmet only weighs 3 pounds. That's impressive, actually. I thought that was going to weigh a lot more. I don't know what I should do with these dog tags. I'm going to take them because, like, Battlefield taught me that that's a thing that I'm supposed to do. Oh, we could bring the... Okay, so we could bring the M6... What is that? Is it an AR-15? What is that? An MS-4. Okay, so... An AKA-7. So, yeah, I think this is supposed to be, like, the answer... to the M16, since you can't, I don't know if people know this, but in video games you're not allowed to use the real names of guns, otherwise the gun companies will sue you unless you've reached out and they've endorsed the game. That's the difference. So other front line, there we go. We'll get that stuff on, maybe give, what does this do for us? Probably a lot, right? Actually, it's not that good by comparison. Not that good by comparison. 10-5, 10 bludgeoning. So that gives you 5 piercing, 10 bludgeoning, no slash. Gives you a little bit of slash, 5 ballistic, 10 ballistic, but you get no bite resist. So actually, yeah, some of the military gear is not quite so good by comparison. You definitely want to have 2 different gear sets if you're going up against zombies versus going up against other people. That much is abundantly clear right now. Can we carry anything else out of here? Because I know they had, like, other good stuff. We'll take yeah, we'll grab all this. There we go. I don't want to leave the MP5 behind. The MP5 seems like it'll be really, really useful to us since we have, like, so much 9mm laying around our house. I call our shelter our house because that's just how, I don't know. Do people do that? Like, how do you refer to your place of dwelling and the place that you live? Like, I bet different cultures, people say things different, like in different countries or whatever. Like, here, you're just like, hey, I'm going back to my house. Like, and it's just like, yeah, so that's what I call it, regardless of the fact that it's like a communal place. I don't know, for whatever reason, I feel the need to own it or something. I'm going to throw, yeah, bring the weed. We definitely want the weed, especially considering the fact that like 9 people just got shot in their face. Twinkies, obviously. Yep, definitely want some Twinkies. What else should we bring along with us? I want to bring along, like, I should probably, just in case an event comes up, bring the asthma medication, although I think we have some of it. I don't think we can carry the Sensi Thins. Condoms, yes, always nice. Safe sex, bring those things along. We just had like an abortion-related issue. So I figure we should probably bring those along so that we don't have to do it again, because frankly, that was harrowing and unpleasant. Okay, and so now, I think we'll just like, where's the blue zone first off? Like, where am I trying to, okay, so the blue zone's over there. Let's go. I think we're just gonna like get on it, and if it works, it works, and if it don't, it don't. We're gonna have to try and tank this the best that we can if there are people guarding the exit so that we can't escape. You'd think them being the military that they'd be running strategies like this, like, you know, making a perimeter and all that kind of crazy stuff and like controlling the zone. But it looks like, actually, we missed a big group of zombies over here. Alright. Well, it doesn't look like there's anything else. I don't know. I think they just spawned at some point. Maybe they zoned in when we were halfway through the hospital. I thought they were inside the hospital from the directions the noises were coming from. But, you know, I was pluralizing clumsily right there. You'll have to forgive me. It's unforgivable to pluralize clumsily. Let's go back to the shelter. We might have time to do another run. Maybe. I can't promise that we will. But we'll be able to get out there. It'll be close. It'll be nighttime, though, which means we're going to start taking, like, standard modifiers. Standard negative modifiers. Is this our shelter right now? I was going to say, I clicked on my shelter, right? It gave us a weird... They patched the game today, so some of the loading screens are different. They're going to throw me off. They tried to fix a bunch of stuff today. They put in, like, a big patch. It took probably... I don't know. It was updating, like, 10 big Mbps for me, and it still took, like... 30 seconds, 45 seconds for the game to update, so it basically re-downloaded the entire game. For right now, what I'd like to do is maybe just run back and get some of the other stuff so there's not just like such a waste of a day. That's what I'm kind of worried about right now. Yeah, it looks like the performance-related issues were largely limited to the hospital. I don't know what it is with multi-floor places in this game, but they're always really, really wonky. And I think it's because all the assets try to load in at the same time. I'm not sure. I'm really not too sure about why Unity is doing what it's doing. Is it Unity? I don't know. I'm not sure why the engine's doing what it's doing in that situation. Up here we could use a little bit more. We got 8 deodorants. See, I complained about not being able to find any deodorant for a while, and then we found a whole bunch of it, and that was that. We got another reinforced riding leather up in here, which is nice. That means I can throw it onto somebody just in case we get attacked at some point. Vic Castillo, in fact... I think I'd rather have him in the leathers than in the bullet vest, just in case. It gives you a much more well-rounded appearance. And no, Vic, I'm not saying that you're fat. Calm down. He's getting all offended right now. He's been on a diet. He's been cutting calories. He's been on, like, you know, one of those paleo whatever diets. I don't know, paleo diets. He's been upset lately. He's been upset. And so I'm just saying, you're more well-rounded. He's like, are you trying to say I'm fat right now? Say I'm fat. Say it again. I'm like, I didn't say you were fat. I said that you have a well-rounded armor set. I said that your skills are well-rounded. It wasn't me taking a shot at you. I swear. You should know that by now. We've been shot at a lot. You should be able to tell the difference between somebody shooting at us and, you know, me just saying that you have well-rounded skills. We have the MP5. I think that if we're going to go back to the hospital, though, we should probably bring things that can, like, get through armor. And so I'm sort of wondering if the bows are piercing damage. With this armor right here, how does it do versus piercing? 5% piercing resist, so there's the hole right there. That's exactly the one that we're shooting for. I don't want to bring too many golf metaphors into here, but because I don't actually play golf. I haven't played golf since I was a kid, because when I was a kid, like, golf was a thing that I was forced to play, basically. Like, I never had any interest in golf, like, at all. Like, not even the slightest interest in golf. And then every now and again, I would just be forced to play golf all day with like random groups of people because they were really into golf, and that's fine. Like every now and again in life, you're gonna have to do things you don't enjoy so that other people could be happy. That's just part of like maintaining friendships and stuff. Your friends aren't always gonna like the stuff that you like. But anyways, it happened enough to where it was like almost every weekend, at which point golf became kind of like this thing that I just don't enjoy anymore. I relate it to the fact that I'm spending like an entire day doing something that I had no choice in doing. We'll bring in the crossbow, even though, actually, I'd rather bring bows, to be honest. If we got multiple bows, I really, really prefer the way that the bows work by comparison to the crossbows. The crossbow does a lot more, well, it does a little bit more damage, actually. It's not that much more damage. The compound bow, yeah, you're talking 30-45 versus 40-70. But the difference is with the compound bow, you can get off 2 to 3, well, 6 AP. Essentially, the problem here is that you can go for the bigger damage with the crossbow, but you won't get to reload. So every other turn you'll get to fire, whereas with the bow, every turn you'll get to fire, assuming you don't miss. I may bring some arrows back in, and I may schedule up actually some of our components to be turned into arrows. And I'm going to start recycling some of this older stuff right here, because it's not doing anything for us. Like, I really see no reason for me to be sitting around with like 10 boomsticks, you know what I mean? Like, these sawed-off shotguns were great in the early game, but as of right now, it's just kind of like something eating up inventory space, so I really don't see the reason to continue using it. Other things that we might consider getting rid of. Crowbars, they weigh a lot, and we don't really need this many of them, so maybe I'll recycle a couple of these right here. Oh, I don't know. Which is it? Is it alt click? My god. They move the hotkey around. Oh, that's no good. So yeah, they move the hotkey around. So it's not control click. It's not out click. Is it right click? Is it center click? Oh man, I hate it when. So they move the hotkey around for. Apparently, when they patched the game, they changed the hotkey for splitting stacks. From what I could tell, anyways, I'm holding down shift, I'm holding down control, and I'm holding down. No, it worked with that one. How come it didn't work with the crowbar? Wait a minute. Maybe it's just buggy. I don't know. It was a very strange situation for me. I'm not sure what's happening. Why are our... See, if you notice, our random shotguns are all splitting in different stacks, and I'm not sure why. It's weird. It's very, very odd. It's strange, and I'm not sure why they're doing that. Anyways, let's get back to work here. We should probably, if we're going to go back, we should probably bring, like, some kind of assault weapon with us as well. Do we have 7.62? I mean, this only does 25 to 50 ballistics, so I'm still slightly skeptical that it's going to get through armor. I'm really in the camp right now of thinking that the bow might be our best plan if we're going up against the military, because looking at their armor, it has 0 resistance to piercing. It just goes straight through, so maybe it's something that we can accomplish here. We got 57 pounds worth of hammers. That's actually kind of punny, because what do hammers do? They pound. That's pretty hilarious, actually. I think I'm going to go for 30. That'll give us 10 parts right there. That'll be nice. Actually, you've got to go through... It's really a smart idea to go through every now and again and just recycle things. You can also use the nail gun if you're into that sort of thing. If they have 0 piercing resist, it'll do like 25 damage a shot, and it only takes 3 AP, so it's not a terrible weapon. Unfortunately, ours has no ammo because this was a victim to the bug that we got where you put it in your inventory and it takes all your ammo away, so... Nothing you can really do there. It's unfortunate, but you have to live with it. We have nerve gas? That might not be the worst plan. I mean, it's dirty. It's very, very dirty. We're throwing a dirty bomb at the enemy. But at the same time, it might get the job done. It might get the job done. Oh, well, we've got the bows. Let me take... I'm wasting a whole lot of time here. I have the tendency to get bogged down in random, like, maintenance tasks, and I'd prefer not to do that. So let me split this stack right here. And we'll give some of it to Vic, just so that we can, if we have to get into a fight, like we're going back into the hospital, and I'd like to be equipped in such a fashion that we don't really have to worry about the enemy resisting all of our attacks, because that's really where you hit a roadblock in this game. If you come across a group of enemies who just have you out-aced when it comes to armor, you're done for. Like, you have no way to hurt them aside from your 2 melee characters. That puts you in a very, very, very inopportune position, and I would prefer to keep ourselves away from that. So I'm going to bring weapons that actually function. Where did those arrows go? Are they under ammo? They're under ammo. There they are. And then I should probably get somebody here at the base going. Was that everybody? Where is Regina? I know you're still carrying a bunch of bullshit, aren't you? Yep. Regina's still got a whole bunch of stuff up in here, so maybe... Yeah, just throw that stuff in there. We'll throw the gun in there for right now. We don't have a whole lot. We have, for 7.62, we have 1 load of ammunition, so that's not so great. And then let's take a look here. For 5.56, we're actually doing a little bit better. I wasn't aware that we had that much 5.56. I went through a lot of 9mm when we fired that Uzi, unfortunately. We went through like 60 rounds really, really quickly with the Uzi. The 38 rounds are actually still pretty good. I think that preferably, like, if you don't know what you're up against, you probably just bring the lever action. It seems to be the best all-around gun in the game, by far. If you're not looking for a performance gun, it'll do the trick. So anyways, let's get back out on the road. Oh no, I said I was going to actually schedule some other stuff up first. Let's do that real quick, because I like to stick to the things that I put forward. We have to. We have to. Alright, so a lot of people have no jobs right now. Some people working on the mushroom patch. Well, actually, what I'm going to do is I'll go back through and I'll assign these in the morning, because it's easier to assign them in the morning. It gives you a better feel for, like, who's doing what, because sometimes in the evenings it'll be like, blah, 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 has no job, and then you'll be all confused, won't know what's going on. I do think the hospital is kind of a bad plan. I mean, you saw how terribly that combat went for us. We got wiped out real quick. So it might only be worth it to go back out here and grab, like, some of the smaller stuff from around. Maybe get back down into the basement and just clear out. Basically, don't stay around outside, since that appears to be where the military is currently breaching the location. Ooh, apple trees? Nah, eye on the prize. Stick with it for right now. Stick with it. I think that we should probably stay on task for the time being. So we'll go back into the hospital. Yeah, the load times are a lot better now since they patched it, and then they changed a lot of the load screens, but that's all that I can really tell you. Where did this zone us in? Okay, so we came back in... The hell are we right now? Hold on. Okay, so we zoned out over there. I'm gonna put this on solo mode for right now. And let's just be careful. I don't want this thing, like the same thing that happened last time, I don't want that to happen this time. Like, we basically stumbled into combat, and I would prefer not to do that. It's scary, and it makes me feel uncomfortable. Okay, so military dude right there. And so he's a combat medic. It looks like he's got an MP. How many are there? There's another one. Okay, so there's a bunch over there. That could actually turn into a nasty engagement really, really quickly. Even with our armor, I feel like we'd probably take... Maybe we should swing around the back, possibly? Let's go around the back for right now. And obviously, this might not be a fix. This might actually... There might be some around the back that we have to deal with. Looks like we've only got a Z for right now, so I can live with that. Let's keep hustling. Okay, so there it is. Zeddy buddy down. Nothing on that character. Let's continue running. I want to get around the back of the building as quickly as possible. Although when we come around the corner, come around wide. Come around very, very wide. Just in case there's like 5 of them over here having a picnic. Like, hey, can you pass that ham sandwich real quick? That thing looks delicious, man. I'm really, really glad that our SO... I'm pretty stoked that he allowed us to bring this. Like, usually they're not down with picnics in the military, but it's nice every now and again to just get out here, you know? Get out here and just barbecue for a little while. Bring some sandwiches, bring a little blanket, hang out for a while. This is what I signed up for. This is what I signed up for. And then all of a sudden, you know, we cruise around the corner, ruining everybody's day. I'm going to start grabbing everything, by the way. In case you were wondering, our carrying capacity is going to be slightly limited right now by the fact, did I get this car looted? Did we hit all of this over here? A wild no, we didn't. There's actually gasoline and all kinds of good stuff in here, so I should probably stay on top of that for right now. Okay, so let's bring back as much as we can. I realize that not a lot of this is going to make it into one person's inventory, but for the time being, anything that we can bring along is a good call. Okay, so we're maxed out right there. Let's try right there. Will that work? How much room does he have left? I'm willing to bet he probably has room for little stuff. It's just the big stuff that he doesn't have room for. The codeine won't fit. Okay, that's cool. Whatever. Whatever we can fit in our inventory for right now. If she can move that over, that's pretty much all that we need right now. And she's actually got a pretty good carrying weight, all things considered. She actually can hold down on a lot of stuff. So if you could just bring like some sugar bar. Yeah, there we go. Bring that sugar bar. Grab that right there and some chips. Yup. I think she can carry 100 actually, is how much she can carry. So that'll be fine. Paul, we need you to grab the rest here. And that'll basically be it. I actually think we're full up right now, aren't we? I think that's going to be our last run. Yeah, so if we've got a little bit of extra space, I would suggest just sort of casually, because I don't want to suggest it in an official capacity where I'm trying to like stress my authority over the group, but maybe like grab some berries over here. There you go. That'll work out. So we got some berries. We got a little bit of fresh food that we're bringing back with us For the time being, though, I think we should probably get the hell out of here. This place has gotten kind of scary, and I no longer want to be part of it. We'll come back later when we're a little bit better equipped. I mean, I think we can make a run. I sincerely think that we can make a run on those military guys, assuming that they don't get the jump on us. If they get the first shot, it's going to be nasty for us just because we've got to take a hit from an M16. 2 hits from an N16, actually, and then we got to take a hit from a MP5. It is just like, bruh. We are going to take damage before, like, we get to our turn in that situation. That was one of those rogue hiccups right there. You ever get into broadcasting on the internet, trust me, or like on the radio or anything, you get rogue hiccups. It's the dumbest thing ever. Your diaphragm's like, no, we're not doing that today. And then you just feel like an idiot. So I think I'll probably break off the episode right here. We'll come back in the morning with like the morning's events. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerdcast for the next episode of Dead State. I'm so happy to have you here. It's always my pleasure to be your host. How you do, everybody?